In the United Kingdom, a crisis is unfolding, not over missing billions, not collapsed systems, not over vanishing public funds. No, it's over judgment. Following the Peter Mandelson-Epstein saga, serious questions are being asked about whether Prime Minister Keir Starmer exercised, wait for it, poor judgment. The phrase has dominated British headlines. Commentators are dissecting it. Panels are debating it. An advisor reportedly stepped down for recommending Mandelson for the role of US ambassador. Resigned for recommending someone. Imagine that. In Britain, they're asking whether leadership instincts matter, whether discernment matters, whether character signals matter. How exhausting, how delicate, and how terribly first world. Meanwhile, in Kenya, some perspective. Here, under the current administration, we don't lose sleep over such soft matters as poor judgment. You see, here we operate at scale. Take the 11 billion shilling SHA controversy. Questions raised, procurement concerns, public confusion. Response? Denial. Nothing is wrong. Nothing to see here. Move along. There's no scandal. Everything is working perfectly. Poor judgment? Please. That's British vocabulary. Consider many of the government policies challenged in the courts. Court suspensions, verdicts of unconstitutional, no public participation, government insistence, policy by legal tug of war. Poor judgment? Or bold experimentation on 50 million citizens. Then there is cabinet communication gymnastics. One minister announces, another contradicts, a third clarifies. Whole of government approach, they call it. The statement is misinterpreted. Figures are quoted, then corrected. Global statements are walked back. Poor judgment or strategic ambiguity. But you see, the British are so adorable. See, there an advisor resigns because a recommendation may reflect poorly on leadership judgment. Here, billions can hang in question. Policies can wobble mid-implementation. And the loudest outrage is directed not at the decision, but at those who ask about it. You see, while the British whisper judgment matters, we respond, why are you being negative? They worry about optics, we manage magnitude. But honestly, someone should reassure Keir Starmer. Sir, come to Kenya. Here, poor judgment is not a headline. It's not a resignation letter. It's not even a parliamentary inquiry. It's a regular Tuesday or a Friday. You see, here, you can appoint, fire, reappoint, redeploy, deny, clarify, unclarify, announce billions, re-announce billions. And if anyone raises an eyebrow, simply accuse them of pessimism, unpatriotism. Singapore, that discipline miracle we love to reference in speeches, it's the land of ruthless accountability, the place where public office demands precision and corruption is hunted, not explained away. And we ask whether we will ever get there with our relationship to judgment, with our instinct to deny before we investigate, with our comfort with confusion. You know, perhaps the British are not so soft after all. Perhaps they understand something fundamental. Before the billions disappear, before the systems collapse, there is a quieter warning sign: judgment. The kind that is exercised before you sign, before you appoint, before you announce, before you spend. The kind of judgment that builds Singapore. But what do the British know anyway? I mean, they're only worried about poor judgment. We are operating at 11 billion. That's my take.
Today, a simple walk through the CBD in Nairobi feels just as dangerous as a journey to the remote corners of this country. Meanwhile, the Interior CS Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen continues to speak in the language of plans, strategies, and projections, what we'd call the what and the how. But Kenyans are living the reality of fear in real time, every single day. As we inch closer to the next general election, insecurity is becoming impossible to ignore. WhatsApp groups have turned into early warning systems. News headlines read like security bulletins. Conversations everywhere begin with a caution first. Yet, the response from those in charge suggests exaggerations, as if these fears are manufactured and the dangers are imagined.
I see sometimes, which is a paradox, Madam Speaker, that sometimes you find today complainers about police brutality are actually dining together with the people they still not have answered questions on police brutality in the last administration.
I mean, this from a minister that only recently traversed the country under the banner of Jukwaa la Usalama, collecting feedback and promising action. If the exercise meant anything, Kenyans now deserve accountability, not dismissal and blame games. It cannot be business as usual that even in spaces where Kenyans are expected to freely associate and exercise their fundamental rights are now high risk. Attending a political rally today qualifies as an extreme sport. As an attendee, you are either facing law enforcers or goons, but either way, you are at risk. What we are witnessing, whether it's by design or neglect, resembles a carefully choreographed, organized violence, calculated, coordinated, and very brazen. A script that belongs in the crime syndicates out of Sinaloa in Mexico, and not in a constitutional democracy like Kenya. We cannot pretend that the campaigns are not in top gear already. Whether prematurely or otherwise, that's another issue altogether. But alongside the slogans and convoys, the goons too are campaigning, and they are winning ground. Responsibility for security is neither abstract nor shared. It sits squarely within the chain of command that is charged with protecting the citizens, and that is the National Police Service. But they seem to be looking the other side, shyly too, when it matters. Kenyans need to live in peace and to exercise their political rights without fear. Anarchy disguised as political competition cannot become our new normal. It does not matter what slogan is fashionable. Linda Mwananchi, Linda Ground, Linda Kura, or whichever Linda pleases you. You know what we need now and urgently? It's very simple. Linda Inchi. Protect our cities and towns, our streets and neighborhoods. Protect the democratic space that allows citizens to choose their leaders freely. Blame cannot keep shifting. Responsibilities lie somewhere. And those entrusted with security must own that. That is my bone tonight.
I want you to watch this video very carefully and look at these boys. And you can tell these boys are so desperate for 1,000 shillings from the president. Hapa hakuna mtu mwenye anafikiria future yake. No. Hapa kila mtu anafikiria vile atapatiwa dhao, aende hapo kwa soko, akule teketeke, aende nyumbani afurahie aliona president. No one in this video anafikiria future. No one. And this is what this guy is enjoying to see. Ndio anacheka hapo. Juu ana make sure nyinyi maskini ndo akikuja hapo hivyo mumshangilie ndo awapatie dhao. And then awaharibie future. Like these people hawajui wameibia mabilioni wakuja wapatiwe dhao. Na wanamuonyesha meno. Me, if I was there right now, mimi ningekuwa nimeshikwa. Trust me. Msemi yezi kuja kuniambia. Tungekuwa tumebishana hapo mbaya sana. Yeah, and it is my right. It is their right. But hawajui wanafurahia tu hapo hivyo ndo wapatiwe dhao. And wajinga tu ni sisi tu. And people like watu kama hawa ndio watarudisha msee kwa kiti. Na msee akirudi another 5 years enyewe watalia. That is for sure, watalia. Wacha sisi wadanganywe hiyo dhao. Yeah, wacha sisi wadanganywe. And then we'll see in the next 5 years if you decide to re-elect this guy. ole wenyu. Wajinga ni sisi tu. Yeah.
Sasa tumechoka na Ruto. Yaani tumechoka. Motherfucker. Kama ni Ruto tutaki president wake bana. Hakuna kazi. Yaani tunakula msoto. Tunakula msoto. Sasa kwa nini tuwe na rais kama wewe bana? Mimi nimesema kama hizi salamu zikufikie bwana rais, tumechoka na wewe.
Ati black chocolate ni fine melanin bana kutoka nikapate. Kanapenda kenye mi wanapenda, so kanapenda toto chupa na haga nono.
Madam na kudai, umedunga mini na unapenda mangwai. Una dance fit, unawacha nikismile. Ama niko high, jua life nice.
Kono moja mbele, gine yenderembe. Baila, baila, yoni